So today,
Good
Jeffrey
evening,
bro
sir.
was finding a girl for himself. You know, sir?
uh, at the tea stall.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Musharraf.
Good evening, sir.
Hey, Jishan.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nandini. Tani, how's your internet today? Not good. Not good. Tani's internet is bad as usual.
Okay, right, sir. But my work card but the class not, sir.
We can't hear you, Tani.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Hey, good evening, Zafri.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Simran. So, shall we get, please come in. Shall we get started, guys? Good evening. When you're not client, your client, potential client actually at the moment, when he arrives, you can let me know, okay? Mm. Um, okay, so guys, let's get started. Alfie, Mrs. Crummell and Alfie. I think we will need that. Turn on the switch of the TV because we will need to listen to the audio. So did you listen to Alfie talking about Mrs. Crummell? Did you find out that
Yes, sir,
some
I
of the
did.
things Mrs. Crummell was saying was absolute lie
Yeah,
or were absolute lies? Yes, some of the things she was saying were absolute lies. That's how you have some neighbors who gossip and create rumors about you. She believes that the guy has no job, and she believes that his girlfriend, lives with him only because she visits him. I don't know if you have such a neighbor, Mrs. Crumble, but again, sympathy is for her because she's an old woman, you see. So when you have old people behaving like that, you can actually, help the situation. You can help them because maybe they are just lonely, these people. They need a little bit of purpose in life, little bit of attention from people because they are so lonely, they are so ignored. They have nothing else to do, so they just find some purpose in gossiping, maybe. At least that's what I have. Tani, look,
Good evening, sir.
someone has beaten her. Why? Oh, because of those dark eyes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hello, Imrana. Good evening. So, okay, fine. Let's start with the audio. First of all, we are gonna listen to Mrs. Crummell speaking, okay? And everybody who has the audio script, they'll check each and every word. And if they need any help, they'll let me know. I'll just explain everything, okay?
चलता कहाँ है?
चलेगा.
मूड मेरा खराब कर रहा है तू लोग.
मोड है कि एसी, हाँ? Two point 10. Yeah. Yeah, we need to replace the, yes, the screen. Need a new one. Yes, please. How are you doing today? Good.
Sir, near Gandhi Maidan, there is a China mobile shop.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
above the China mobile shop, there is a TV shop,
Mm-hmm.
LED shop,
Mm-hmm.
who makes LED display.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sir?
So he won't be able to talk. This is why I didn't cancel the class. I just realized it. Just hold on, Zafri, on that topic, on that point. You know what, Abhinav? At first, when you told me, I thought, okay, but now I have my serious doubts whether he's a genuine client. Sometimes some people enjoy doing this to other people. Back to back twice, he canceled his appointment with you.
I want to say that I'm sorry, I can't do any work this week.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that? Should I say that?
Yeah, that's your decision, isn't it? Two point 10. Let's listen.
(2.10) Mrs. Crumble.
There's a young man living in the flat below me at the moment.
There is a young man living in the flat below me at the moment. Okay.
I think his name's Alfie Smith.
Okay.
I once got one of his letters by mistake.
I once got one of his letters. I once got, past tense. This got is the V2 of get, right? Sometimes we hear I've got. That's another thing, possession. But she's saying I received. Got means here? I once got one of his letters by mistake. She is telling you why she knows his full name with the surname.
I gave it back to the postman the next.
I gave it back to the postman the next day. Yes. Yeah, sure. We'll meet. Definitely, definitely. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next day. I don't talk to Alfie. He never.
I don't talk to Alfie.
Never says hello to me.
He never says hello to me.
He hasn't got a job.
He hasn't got a job. And your last comment, Abhinav, that was in the group when you left, before you left the class. I remember your last comment. It was about that video that I had shared about Neetu ma'am or somebody, that she was teaching something wrong. Remember? And you said something maybe like, intonation or meaning changes because of the context and this and that. Do you remember that? What did you mean? Yeah. You see, the problem, Abhinav, sometimes is that here, on this side, sometimes truth is a little bitter, and it is not always right to be politically correct. It is necessary sometimes to say the things the way they are. So I made a video going public. I did not say anything sitting in a room. If I was not gutsy and correct enough, confident enough about what I was saying, I don't need to be explaining that. She was absolutely wrong there. So your comment was maybe in an attempt to defend her, that perhaps she meant something else. You wrote in the group about that when I shared that video in the group, and I said she was teaching something wrong. Then you made a comment which was something like this. Although I don't really understand, I didn't understand what you wrote because it was not correctly written. But the gist of the matter was that meaning changes because something context changes. So perhaps she was right. Okay. So maybe you are getting her wrong. वो सिखा रही हैं कि अगर कोई आई लव यू बोले तो क्या बोलना चाहिए पलट के? सो डू आई. कोई अगर आपको आई लव यू बोले तो आपको क्या बोलना चाहिए? आई लव यू टू इज रॉन्ग. तो यही बात ये बताता है कि लोग कैसे इंग्लिश याद करके कहां तक पहुंच सकते हैं समझ बिना बनाए. हाँ 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 हाँ, एक्सप्लेन किया था. तो बात कर ये है ना कि आई नो समटाइम्स जब आप किसी टीचर को गलत बोलते हैं तो ये पॉलिटिकली बड़ा ही इनकरेक्ट लगता है. एक टीचर दूसरे टीचर को गलत बोल रहा हो, ये थोड़ा बुरा लगता है सुनने में, राइट? लेकिन कभी कभी करना पड़ता है दोस्तों. इसलिए करना पड़ता है कि लोग कम से कम जाने कि वो गलत बात है. इसलिए नहीं कि उनको नहीं, ओ बड़ी औरत है, बहुत पैसा कमा रही है, उनको क्या ही मैं बोलूं, मेरे बोलने से क्या ही फर्क पड़ जाता है उनको. लेकिन द स्टूडेंट्स अराउंड मी, जो मुझे जानते हैं, जो मुझे फॉलो करते हैं, कम से कम वो बेवकूफी ना करे कि कोई उनको आई लव यू कहे तो वो पलट के क्या कहते हैं और स्टूपिड लगे उन लोगों के नजर में जो इंग्लिश बोलते हैं. कि, किस पे? मेरी कोई वीडियो वायरल नहीं है अभी तक. हाँ 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 हाँ. नहीं, हम लोग के ग्रुप में बातचीत हो रही थी, तो मैं बताना ये चाह रहा था कि कई बार क्या होता है ना, समटाइम्स यू हैव टू जस्ट बी पॉलिटिकली इनकरेक्ट because it is the demand. Okay, it's always helps the person to be politically correct. आपका फायदा होता है पॉलिटिकली करेक्ट रहने में. दुनिया को ना वो पसंद आते हैं वो लोग जो मॉडेस्ट हो, हम्बल हो, है ना, नाइस वाले. लेकिन जब आप थोड़े से ज्यादा आगे बढ़ के अग्रेसिव होते हैं तो लोग आपको पसंद नहीं करते, इसमें दो मत नहीं है. बट अगर कोई बात गलत है, सीधे सीधे गलत है, अगर कोई आपको आई लव यू बोले तो आपको क्या पलट के बोलना है? आई लव यू टू. लेकिन वो बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं, क्या बोलना है? सो डू आई बोलना है. तो मैंने वो जो लोग इसको सपोर्ट किए थे, एक विकास दिव्य कीर्ति सर भी बोले थे इसको कि हाँ वो सही चीज है. तो मैंने कहा आप अपने मतलब तक रहिए, आईएएस पढ़ाइए, आईएएस को पढ़ाइए. इंग्लिश तो पढ़ाते नहीं, आप हिंदी मीडियम के टीचर हैं, इंग्लिश में मत ही पढ़िए तो ज्यादा अच्छा है. तो होता क्या है कि जो हमारे सर्कल में उन तक बात पहुंच जाए. बाकी लोग तो जो मानना है मानते ही रहते हैं. इट डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस. So I remember your comment there. It was perhaps to defend that woman. So I wanted to let you know there is nothing that can defend her video. शी हैज टू टेक इट डाउन, या तो वो हटा दे वो वीडियो, उनके लिए बेहतर है, और अदरवाइज फिर उनको झेलना ही पड़ेगा कि उन्होंने गलत बोला है। और आई एम नॉट द ओनली वन हु इज सेइंग दिस टू हर, लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल हु नो इंग्लिश विल से द सेम थिंग, कि अगर कोई आपको आई लव यू बोले तो पलट के आई लव यू टू बोलिए। उसका मीनिंग वो क्या निकाल रही हैं, हम तुमसे भी प्यार करते हैं, मतलब कोई और भी है। क्या इंग्लिश है, क्या इंग्लिश है, हाँ क्या इंग्लिश है उनकी, गजब। अगर आपको हम कहें आई लव यू टू, माँ अगर कहे बच्चे को आई लव यू टू, तो वो कह रही है हम तुम्हारे पापा से प्यार करते हैं, तुमसे भी करते हैं। वाह जी वाह जी वाह, पापा आ गए बीच में। अगर किसी महिला के पति मर गए हैं तो वो उसके बेटा अगर उसको आई लव यू बोले तो उसको बोलने का हक नहीं आई लव यू टू, इकलौता बेटा अगर है तो फिर वो बोलेगी सो डू आई। क्या पागलपन है। तो वर्क ऑन इंग्लिश एंड देन पीपल विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग्स। ये ऐसी चीज नहीं है कि मैं बोलूं तो मेरी बात मानेंगे लोग, जो लर्नर्स है वो मेरी बात मान के आगे बढ़ेंगे, बाकी जो इनको इंग्लिश पता है दे नो दिस इज व्हाट इट मींस। टू वर्ड कैन बी यूज्ड इन मल्टीपल वेज, ओके। दैट लेडी just doesn't understand English that well. If she did, yes, Neetu Singh. Neetu Singh. If she knew English well, then she wouldn't make that video at all. That is an evidence that she's overconfident about her knowledge. She doesn't really understand what she's saying. फिर से बताता हूं, एक वर्ड की हिंदी नहीं पता होना इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होना होता है, ठीक है। दो वर्ड की हिंदी नहीं पता होना इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होना होता है। लेकिन अगर कोई एक कॉमन सा सेंटेंस है उसको मिसअंडरस्टैंड करना अंडरस्टैंडिंग की कमी होती है। देयर इज अ डिफरेंस। आप कितने भी इंग्लिश सीख जाओगे, somebody will use a word that perhaps you have never heard, then you have to Google it or maybe try and understand the meaning of that word from the context. But अगर बैठिए ना, खड़े क्यों हैं, तो लेकिन अगर आपकी समझ अच्छी नहीं इंग्लिश की, तो दो लोग आपस में बातचीत करेंगे फॉर 2 मिनट्स एंड आप नहीं समझ पाएंगे उसने एग्जैक्टली क्या कहा, उसने एग्जैक्टली क्या कहा। दोनों यहां होती है समझ की जरूरत। तो ये क्यों किसी को इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आता है कि वो आई लव यू टू को गलत बोलने के लिए चला जाए, तो उसकी वजह होती है आधा ज्ञान। क्योंकि यस, क्योंकि जब आप बोलते हैं आई एट गोलगप्पास एंड आई एट Chowmin too. I ate golgappas and I ate chowmin too. तो ये बात सही है जो वो बोल रही हैं यहाँ पे कि मैंने चाउमीन खाया, चाउमीन भी खाया, यानी इसके अलावा कुछ और भी खाया था जैसे गोलगप्पा था, ठीक है। I ate chowmin too. लेकिन इसी सेंटेंस को जरा ऐसे भी देख लीजिए, माई भैया ate chowmin, I ate chowmin too. अब क्या हुआ, भैया ने चाउमीन खाया, मैंने भी खाया। तो अब ये दोनों में आई एट चाउमीन टू और आई एट चाउमीन टू में दोनों एक ही तरीके से बोला जाता है? तो नहीं, एक में आई पे स्ट्रेस करते हैं जहां भैया के साथ सेंटेंस है, और एक में चाउमीन पे स्ट्रेस करते हैं जहां गोलगप्पा वाला सेंटेंस है। जब हमारा कहने का मतलब है गोलगप्पा के अलावे चाउमीन भी, तो आई एट चाउमीन टू, और नहीं तो आई एट चाउमीन टू। जैसे भैया एट चाउमीन, आई एट चाउमीन टू, उसमें चाउमीन पे स्ट्रेस नहीं करके आई पे स्ट्रेस करते हैं। तो ये सब चीजें उन लोगों को समझ में आनी चाहिए जिनको लैंग्वेज सिखाना काम है। सो I have seen a couple of videos of the lady and I can totally be sure about it, that her knowledge is the same knowledge that teachers here have, कि प्रेजेंट टेंस में V1 V5 लगता है। सारे टीचर्स पढ़ाते हैं ना, ये सब नॉलेज किस तरह से आती है पता है? नॉलेज गेन करने के दो तरीके होते हैं, एक है इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करना और एक है एक्सपीरियंस करना, ठीक है। तो इंग्लिश के नॉलेज ज्यादातर 99% टीचर्स जो आपके शहर में मिलते हैं आपको, वो क्या सिखाते हैं इंग्लिश, वो जो उन्होंने इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट किया है वो शेयर करते हैं। एक एग्जाम्पल देना चाहूंगा, आपको जब सिखाया गया व्हाट्स योर नेम, तो पलट के क्या जवाब देना सिखाया गया? ठीक है, बढ़िया। अगर उन टीचर्स के सामने जो टीचर्स ये सिखाए आपको, आज अगर आप जा करके उनको ये कह दें कि अगर कोई मेरा नाम पूछे, माय नेम व्हाट्स योर नेम, तो हम ये कह सकते हैं इट्स विनय। अगर मेरे से किसी ने पूछा व्हाट्स योर नेम, तो मैंने कहा इट्स विनय, तो मैंने कह दिया इट्स विनय, तो क्या सही होगा? तो बोले पागल हो गए, इट्स विनय कैसे बोलोगे, माय नेम इज विनय बोलोगे। इससे ये पता चलेगा वो नहीं मानेंगे सही उसको, वो क्या कहेंगे, नहीं ये गलत है। क्यों? क्योंकि उनके पास जो ज्ञान आता है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन से आता है, फीलिंग से नहीं आती है। माई व्हाट्स योर नेम, ओके, तो योर माई नेम इज, माई नेम रेपिटिशन जो है इनफॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशन में, फॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशन में आपको उसको रिपीट करना चाहिए और उसका टोन भी अलग होगा। सपोज आप इंटरव्यू में बैठे हैं, व्हाट्स योर नेम, सर माई नेम इज XYZ, Okay. What's your father's name? Sir, my father's name is ABC. All right. Very good. यही tone होता है ना बातचीत करने का formal जगहों पे. But suppose two people meet informally in a park, on a train or somewhere in a class. What's your name? It's Vinay. ओके तो अगर उसने कह दिया ऐसे तो क्या वो गलत बोला है या स्ट्रेंज है? बिल्कुल नहीं, 100% नेचुरल इंग्लिश. लेकिन कितने टीचर जो आपको पढ़ाए हैं आज तक वो इसको एक्सेप्ट भी करेंगे? अपने तो बताना तो छोड़े, तो उसमें से ज्यादातर इसको कहेंगे रॉन्ग इंग्लिश. व्हाट मेक्स देम फील दैट इट इज रॉन्ग इंग्लिश? बिकॉज उनको जो सिखाया गया उससे मैच नहीं कर रहा. So the problem is English can be learned two ways. One, you can experience English, feel English, and two, you can have information about English. अगर information है आपके पास जिसको आपने गैदर किया है, एक्यूमुलेट किया है ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, ठीक है, इंफॉर्मेशन है, तो जो उस इंफॉर्मेशन के रेंज में आया वो आपके समझ में आया, जो उस इंफॉर्मेशन के रेंज से बाहर है वो बाहर है. और लैंग्वेज में क्या होता है कि अगर आपने एक्सपीरियंस किया है, कुछ भी हो जाए आप मिसअंडरस्टैंड नहीं करते. जैसे आप कोई हिंदी कुछ भी बोले आप मिसअंडरस्टैंड करोगे, हिंदी को ज्यादा से ज्यादा होगा कोई एक बात नहीं समझोगे. हाँ या ना? कभी ऐसा होगा कोई हिंदी बोले आप उसको उल्टा पुल्टा समझ जाए हिंदी की बातचीत को? Is it ever possible now for us? No, because we feel our Hindi. So we need to learn English in a way that we can feel English so that we do not misunderstand any conversation. When we talk to native speakers of English, because they do not have this translation option Hindi, every small change in intonation can convey a certain message, which is why a lot of teachers of English find it almost impossible to communicate with native speakers of English. They are very comfortable talking to somebody who speaks their mother tongue and speaks English. Listen to what I'm saying. There are teachers who teach English, and if you ask them to talk to somebody who speaks Hindi and English, they'll be fine with that. Ask them to talk to somebody who doesn't speak Hindi, and they will be so uncomfortable because suddenly the translation thing is out. Now, what they are saying cannot be translated into Hindi exactly, because when a Hindi speaker speaks English, whether he likes it or not, his Hindi influences his English. When I speak English, somehow, okay, my Hindi influences my English. And it is somewhat easier for a Hindi speaker to understand my English because my English can be translated into Hindi easily. But if I were somebody from Brazil or some other country who doesn't know Hindi, then my English sentences would be difficult to translate into Hindi, my English sentences. And somebody who doesn't understand English, pure English, will always struggle with it. तो हमें इंग्लिश को सीखना होगा बैसाखी हटा के, ठीक है? हिंदी की समझ होनी चाहिए, but if we translate Hindi into English, then it's not gonna help. Okay, well, we'll talk again, okay? See ya, bye-bye. So where were we? Carrying on with the audio.
Well, he doesn't go out to work in the morning like most people, that's
An old student? Nah, not me.
for
I am
sure.
avoiding controversies these
He
days.
hasn't got a job. Well, don't talk to Alfie. He never says hello.
Now, I guess now I'm getting to learn to just sidetrack controversies. Sidetrack controversies, not get into them. Sidestep, sidetrack, sidestep, sidetrack means बगल से गुजर जाना. हाँ, उसको ऐसे एकदम हाँ ऐसे इधर. Okay, like when you see dirt on the street you're going, then you sidestep that. Okay, yeah.
To me. Postman the next day.
I gave it back to the postman the next day. We discussed this sentence yesterday, why she had to return it the next day. And why couldn't she have returned it to Alfie himself? And listen to her explanation. I don't talk to him.
I don't talk to Alfie.
That's why she did not return it to him. Now,
He never says hello to me.
he never says hello to me.
He hasn't got a job. Well, he does.
Well, now notice, first he says he hasn't got a job. This is where I want you guys to appreciate the mood, the flow. First he said he hasn't got a job, and see how she's accepting that maybe it is not true. She's accepting maybe it is not true. Listen.
Hasn't got a job. Well, he doesn't go out to work in the morning like most people, that's for sure.
Well, first she made a comment. Oh, he doesn't have a job. He hasn't got a job. And then she knows maybe it is not true. So she's saying, well, he doesn't go out to a job like most people do. That's for sure. मतलब जाता तो नहीं है काम पे, हम तो देखे नहीं हैं. तो आप ऐसा कब करते हो? When you know that you are just spreading rumors, you are gossiping about somebody. You make a negative statement and then you try to just defend yourself. Just now, you try to defend yourself that you have a good reason to feel this way. Because you don't see him going out to work, so he hasn't got a job. Okay.
Never says hello to me. He hasn't got a job.
Receive
Well,
only.
he doesn't go out to work in the morning like most
He doesn't go out to work in the morning like most people do.
people, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Now, this much is correct, that he doesn't go out to work like most people in the morning, right? But on this basis, you'll say he hasn't got a job.
He doesn't get up till the afternoon.
And why should you care? Why should you care? You're just a neighbor, mind your own business. What time he gets up and why? How do you know what time he gets up? Are you spying on him? Yeah?
And he's never dressed for work.
He's never dressed for work. I think she has nothing better to do. She just keeps watching this guy.
He never wears a suit.
Yeah. Imagine if Mrs. Krummel was Mr. Krummel and Alfie was a girl. The situation would look so bad and Mr. Krummel would look like a pervert. Yeah? He would look like a criminal, a psychopath or something.
Or anything smart. He wears jeans and a t-shirt all the time. He's never dressed for work. He never wears a suit or anything smart. He wears jeans and a t-shirt all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Goodness knows where he gets his money from.
Goodness knows where he gets his money from. भगवान जाने कहाँ से पैसा आता है उसको, कहाँ से पैसा लाता है. Goodness knows where he gets his money from.
But he seems to go out every night.
But he seems to go out every night. He seems to go out. You understand the word seem? Yeah. Yeah, he seems to go out every night.
He goes to bed very late. I never see him
Goes-
come
He goes to bed very late. I never see him.
home.
I never see him come home. I never see him come home. Enough to conclude that he works at night. Okay.
It's all fun and no work for young people these days.
It's all work and no fun. Oh, no. It's all fun and no work for young people these days.
There are people coming in and out of his flat all day
There are people coming in and out of his flat all day long.
long.
No.
I've no idea how many people are staying there.
I have no idea how many people are staying there. I have no idea how many people are staying there. देखो अगर आप लोग रिपीट कर पाते हो आसानी से, इसका मतलब आप बहुत कंफर्टेबल हो उन वर्ड ऑर्डर से, ठीक है? और अगर अटक जाते हो तो आपको खूब सुनना चाहिए ताकि आप आसानी से रिपीट कर सको. I have no idea how many people are staying there.
4, 5? Have none
4, 5. Have none
of them got
them
jobs to
None
go
of
to?
have none of them got jobs to go to?
He's got a girlfriend. She's
He's
very
got a girlfriend. He's got a girlfriend.
pretty. Blonde hair.
She's pretty. Blonde hair. Blonde hair.
Died.
Died.
She's
She's living with him.
living with him. I know young people often live together nowadays, but I don't.
I know young people often live together nowadays. Okay, remember, nowadays and these days are slightly different. Nowadays means something that is a change from the past. Something that is a change from the past. Nowadays, girls want to be self-dependent. Earlier, they didn't care about it. Okay. Nowadays, can you say nowadays these shops are closed? No, say these days these shops are closed. Okay. Nowadays shows a contrast from the past, a contrast from the. But if there is a temporary thing happening, then you use these days. So that's the difference between these days and nowadays.
Nowadays.
Yeah. Nowadays, men also help women with the housework. Nowadays, men also help women with the housework. Not only me, a lot of men do. Yeah, I'm one of them as well. I don't mind. Yeah, so it is a change. There was a time when it was an insult for men to enter the kitchen or help their wives with the housework. They were called moga, you know. Even today in villages, if you help your wife with the housework, then some people in your family might call you moga, okay, which is an insulting term, for a man. Okay, but it's okay. So nowadays is used when you are talking about something that has changed. That is not the same as it was in the past. So you say nowadays, and these days means just a temporary thing. I'm feeling very tired these days. Okay, like this. Hmm. But not nowadays, okay? Sometimes there is an overlap, where you can explain it either way. So you could use these days or you could use nowadays
These days,
either.
rain so hard,
Yeah, exactly. These days,
rain so hard.
आजकल बहुत बारिश हो रही है. These days, it's been raining. It's been raining a lot these days.
Been
Rain
Okay.
hard, sir.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's been raining hard. It's been raining hard. If you want, listen, hard is an adverb. You need to get the verb in the right form because you're talking about these days, which is a temporary thing. So you don't say the simple sentence. You prefer the continuous sentence. Simple, present simple, past simple, they refer to something that was more definite, more, permanent, and continuous talks about a small period of time. So these days it's been
Hardly, sir.
raining hard. Go on. Yes, Sati, sorry, Sanjeev.
These days, rain hardly.
Okay, now that we are deviating from the topic, now we'll discuss hard and hardly. Okay, so hard, study hard, work hard. This is an adverb, right?
adverb.
Yeah, run hard. Okay, this hard is an adverb, and
Adverb.
hardly has a very different meaning. For example, I hardly know him. What does that mean? I hardly know him. It means I do not know him. If you could pull this door, please. So I was saying, I hardly know him. Huh? No. Oh, yeah, you can take it. Slowly, nicely. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying, I said, I hardly know him. What does that mean? I don't know him very well. Just the name, maybe that he lives there. That's all. I hardly know him. Such sentences are considered negative. Like I don't know him. It literally means it nearly means I don't know him. Okay. I hardly know him. Okay. So I had hardly touched him and he started crying. I had hardly, okay. तो मतलब मारे कहाँ थे हम तो बस छुए थे. I hardly touched him and he started crying. Okay, So hardly has a different meaning totally. And hard has a different meaning. I work hard, I study hard, I run hard, I exercise hard. Okay, things like this. So it's been raining hard. What does it mean? It's been raining heavily. It's been raining hard means it's been raining heavily. दोस्तों मेरा काम है आपको वोकैबुलरी नेचुरल सिखाना, और आप जो वोकैबुलरी बाहर सीखते हैं, क्योंकि आप हड़बड़ी में सीखते हैं एक, और सिखाने वाला भी हड़बड़ी में हो सकता है दो. So sometimes you learn a word, you are introduced to a word, you become familiar with the word, but you do not become familiar with its uses, its context.
Uses.
Okay. तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा कि these days been raining hard, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा ऐसे. Okay, मैं बोलूंगा these days been raining a lot. Okay, because hard का जो feeling आता है वो होता है झम 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 झम, जो गिर रहा है एकदम पूरा धड़क धड़क धड़क, तो उसको कहते हैं हार्ड. तो हम ये थोड़ी बोलते कि आजकल ऐसे बारिश हो रही है, हम लोग कहते हैं आजकल बहुत बारिश हो रही है. तो हम क्यों बोलेंगे इट्स बीन रेनिंग हार्ड? हम क्यों बोलेंगे? हाँ, आपका सेंटेंस ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट है, but I'm not gonna say that sentence in my conversation, because I take pride in speaking English as natural as possible for me, not being a native speaker of English, having been a student of English and as an adult learner of English, I try to do my best to speak natural English. So I'm not gonna use it, Zafri. Again, आप लोग को vocabulary सीखना है, सब तरफ से सीखना है, लेकिन please context में सीखो. तुम्हें समझ में आया मैंने अभी क्या बताया? एक होता है रेन अ लॉट, और एक होता है जो एकदम, एक होता है पीट पीट के बारिश होता है, पीट पीट के बरस रहा है एकदम, जो आवाज बहुत जोर जोर की आ रही, जो पानी आपके घर से निकलने वाला है उसमें से दम 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 खूब गिर रहा हो, तो अब क्या बोलेंगे? इट्स बीन रेनिंग हार्ड. ठीक है, तो ये इट्स रेनिंग हार्ड, इट्स बीन रेनिंग हार्ड मतलब बहुत जोर की बारिश हो रही है. हाँ हाँ, वो वाले जो जोर वाले, मतलब कि खूब पानी जमा हो रहा है, एकदम तुरंत लग गया. अब आप बताओ, हम लोग का ये बोलना
Like
है कि
yesterday,
आजकल जोर की बारिश हो रही है, आजकल बहुत बारिश हो रही है. आपको जो बोलना है उस हिसाब से बोलना है. हार्ड का मतलब वो होता है, ये बताना था मेरा पर्पस. ओके, हार्ड का मतलब अलॉट नहीं होता है. ओके, अलॉट और हार्ड सिमिलर होकर के भी थोड़े से अलग हैं. ठीक है, तो अगर मैं बोलूं कि सिक्किम में बहुत बारिश होती है, तो क्या बोलेंगे? इट रेन्स हार्ड इन सिक्किम और इट रेन्स अ लॉट इन सिक्किम. दोस्तों अच्छा, अब मुझे बताओ, जब बादल फटता है तो क्या होता है? इट रेन्स हार्ड, रियली हार्ड, लॉट ऑफ रेन इन वेरी लिटिल टाइम. ओके, ओके. तो ये तो आई होप कि आप लोग समझते हैं इस बात को, कि अगर वोकैबुलरी सीखना है तो कैसे कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सीखना है. आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट वोकैबुलरी नहीं सीखना, अदरवाइज दैट हार्ड वर्क दैट यू पुट इन टू लर्न द वर्ड काइंड ऑफ गोज वेस्टेड, यू नो. Oh, what happened? Again? I can't handle this. Oh, okay. Because I disconnected that thing. Give me a second, guys. Let me fix the situation here. The speaker. Guess it should work now. But I don't like it. So nowadays can be written as one word. Everything nowadays can be written as one word, or you can put dash between now and a and days. Sorry, hyphen, not dash. Now hyphen a hyphen days. Nowadays, okay, or just one word, nowadays. There are two ways we write it. We write one word, nowadays, or we can write it with separated with hyphens. Now hyphen a hyphen and days. Nowadays. Living together and not married, it's not right.
Sir, can I say, these days Jafri is
And
thinking
why
about
does he make so much noise? And why does he make इतना हल्ला क्यों करता है ये आदमी? Why does he make so much noise? It's because he doesn't think about me upstairs. Hey, listen. There he goes now.
Sir, we couldn't hear you anything.
He is listening to loud music
Sir, you
again.
put the audio file, sir.
He listens to it all the time.
Hello, sir. We can't hear. Please put
Hey
the
guys,
audio file.
remember there is this, balcony, protruding outside. Don't ever stand your bike underneath because it can fall any moment and damage your bike, scooty, whatever it is. So yeah, I know you feel like maybe it is safe from the rain, but it's not safe from the damage. Saurabh, can you not hear me, Saurabh?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Audio
Oh,
file is not
wait,
coming.
Saurabh, wait. I don't know why. I can hear you. I mean, you guys can hear the audio settings, mic, speaker. All right, let's see. Test speaker. Okay, need to change. No, it's not working. Okay, test. Right, yeah. Say something, guys.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yep. It's working fine. Okay. Say hello one more time.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yep. I can hear you,
Hello.
Saurabh, I can hear
Hello.
you now. Yep.
Sir,
Yeah, I
I
can hear
was
you all.
saying that
Hmm.
can we say these days Mr. Jafri is thinking about his marriage life a lot?
Absolutely. Why not? क्या दिक्कत है? मैंने बताया है nowadays वो बोलते हैं past से कुछ अलग हो रहा है अभी. ठीक है? तो nowadays ये छोटे मोटे इंसान के बारे में नहीं होती. Culture shift, change in fashion nowadays. Nowadays, men are wearing women's clothes. Men are starting to wear women's clothes nowadays. Okay, जो कि कभी पहले नहीं होता था. So nowadays is used to talk about change from the past. Okay. These days is a temporary thing.
They live in their own world and they just don't care about anyone else.
They just live in their own world and they don't care about anyone else. They just live in their own world and they don't care about any of us.
They don't even notice old people like me.
They don't even notice old people like me.
He probably doesn't even know who I am.
He probably even doesn't know who I am.
They just don't care about anyone else. They don't even notice old people like me.
He don't even notice old people like me.
He probably doesn't even know who I am.
He probably doesn't even know who I am. He probably doesn't even know who I am. शायद उसको ये भी ना पता हो कि हम कौन है. All right. He probably even doesn't even know who I am.
I think she is an
Doesn't even
officer.
know. Sorry, Zafri.
I think she is an officer.
She's an officer?
No,
Yeah.
What do you mean she's an officer? Because she said who I am.
He even doesn't know who I am.
Who I am means simply I'm his neighbor. I'm one of his neighbors. My name is Mrs. Crumble. That's what she meant. Not I'm somebody very special. That's not what she meant.
Her
Sometimes
tone is different, sir, but her tone is different.
No. She's complaining that he doesn't care about his neighbors. Okay.
Neighbor.
Yeah. Sometimes in a fight, you don't know who I am. That's a different thing. Okay. That's a different thing. Yeah. You don't know who I am. Don't you know? Don't you know who I am? Okay. Now time to go to Alfie's audio. Let's
Okay,
listen to what
okay.
Alfie has to say.
2.11. Alfie.
Things are going well right now. I've got this great new flat.
Things are going quite well right now. Things are going well right now. Yeah? Yes, sure. Yes, raise the volume, turn up the volume.
11.
It's the
Alfie.
same.
Things are going well right now.
Things are going well right now. Could you please shut the door? There is a lock. Please lock it, Put the bolt on. Yes. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. So
I've got this great new flat.
I've got this great new flat. I've got this great new flat. Okay. I've got this great new flat. And you have always heard I've got a great new flat, right? So what's the difference? I've got a great new flat. I've got this great new flat. I was coming back from work and I met this girl. I was coming back from work and I met a girl. It's the same thing, just that this is more colloquial. When people speak more informally, more casually, they sometimes replace a with this, especially when they are talking about something exciting. I will repeat. Sometimes when people are talking informally and casually and they are talking about something exciting, then they replace the word a with this. Okay. I've got this great new flat. I've got a great new flat.
Love it.
I love it.
The only thing is, it's
The only thing is, now what does it mean? The only thing is means the problem. एक के बात है खाला, एक के बात है, एक के वो परेशानी है. The only thing is
below an old lady, and
it's below an old lady. The flat is below an old lady. He knows her.
that's a bit difficult.
And that's a bit difficult. And notice the way, that's a bit difficult. Okay, tell me, it's a bit difficult or a lot difficult?
Bit difficult.
No,
Bit
no, no, no,
difficult.
no, no, no.
It's a lot
no,
difficult.
No,
It's a lot difficult.
Please
But he
understand. All right.
he
बोल
know
रहा है वो,
her a
थोड़ा
bit
मुश्किल
difficult.
है. अगर थोड़ा मुश्किल होता तो मेंशन भी नहीं करता वो. Sometimes से थोड़ा तीखा है. थोड़ा तीखा तो तुम बोल क्या रहे हो? खाओ.
Spicy.
Okay, it's polite to use a bit. Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
Her name's Mrs. Crumble.
Her name is Mrs. Crummel.
I always say hello when I see her in her garden. Hello, Mrs.
Hello, Mrs.
Crumble.
Crumble.
How are you? Or nice day, Mrs. Crumble.
Nice day, Mrs. Crumble.
But she never answers.
But she never answers. She never answers. She never answers. See? Yeah, and she complains that he never says anything.
I think she's a
Yeah.
bit deaf.
I think she's a bit deaf.
She probably thinks I'm unemployed because
She probably thinks I am unemployed. She probably thinks I am unemployed. She probably thinks I'm unemployed. उसको शायद लगता होगा. देखा बोल दिया ना इंग्लिश में कितना आसानी से बोल दिया. She probably thinks.
I am
सर को लगता होगा हम
unemployed.
मेहनत नहीं करते हैं. सर को लगता होगा मेहनत नहीं करते हैं. कैसे बोलेंगे? Sir probably thinks I don't
I
work
don't
hard.
work hard.
But I listen to the audio file. अटकवे नहीं करता हम क्या करें? दिमाग में रहता है नहीं. But I work very hard. I listen hard. I listen to the audio really hard. Every day, half an hour. Half an hour is really hard, huh? Okay.
I don't go out to work in the morning. And
I don't go because I don't go out to work in the morning.
but she never answers. I think she's a bit deaf. She probably thinks I'm unemployed because I don't go out to work in the morning.
Because I don't go out to work in the morning.
And I don't wear a suit or anything.
And I don't wear a suit or anything.
Just jeans and a t-shirt usually.
Usually.
You see, I'm a musician.
You see, I'm a musician. So you use the expression you see to give an explanation. He first told you na, that he doesn't wear, suit or something. He wears jeans and a t-shirt. Now he's explaining why. You see, I'm a musician. अरे ऐसा है ना कि हम musician हैं. Okay, you see, I'm a musician. You see, अच्छा आपने I see तो बहुत सुना होगा. I see. So I see means I understand. When you understand somebody's explanation or somebody's situation, then you say, oh, I see. Right? But when you are explaining your situation to someone, then instead of saying I see, of course you will not say I see, you will say you see. मतलब आप समझिए बात ऐसा है, देखिए बात ऐसा है, try to understand. So you see, I am a musician. ऐसा है कि हम म्यूजिशियन है, बात समझिए ना, हम म्यूजिशियन है, ऐसे बोला वो. ओके, यू सी, आई एम अ म्यूजिशियन.
Or anything. Just jeans and a t-shirt usually. You see, I'm a musician. I play the saxophone.
I play the saxophone. I play the saxophone. नाम भी ऐसा है कि घर में नहीं बोल पाओगे.
Saxophone.
But yeah, but it's a very beautiful, musical instrument. I love the sound of it. It is actually sexy. I love it.
Sir, it looked like bhopu.
Coordinator Shishir Tiwari, जो आप इस दुनिया में
It looks like what?
Bhopu, bhopu.
I know what you mean.
Certainly one of the best instruments in the world, of course, family, and it means I make through the horn and make them. So that's the lowest note on the alto saxophone, and then going up. To the very highest notes there on the saxophone in the altissimo range. The saxophone can play very haunting, beautiful, soft melody.
If I had to learn one instrument, it would be this. Yeah, it's so lovely to hear the sounds. Just amazing. Okay, so that's your saxophone. Yeah, this is what he plays. Right.
And at the moment, I'm playing in a band in a jazz club.
And at the moment, I'm playing in a band, in a jazz club, in a jazz club. Okay.
I don't start till 8 o'clock at night.
I don't start till 8 o'clock at night. 8 बजे शुरू करते हैं, काम पे जाते हैं 8 बजे. I don't start until 8 at night.
And I don't finish till 2 in the morning.
And I don't finish till 2 in the morning. So he's telling you that yes, he starts late, he finishes late.
So I sleep from 3 till 11.
So he sleeps from 3 to 11.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And why should a neighbor bother about what time you sleep?
There's only me living here.
There's only me living here. There is only me living. हम अकेले रह रहे हैं यहाँ पे. कैसे बोला उसने? There is only me living here.
Me living
यही है
here.
इंग्लिश. आप अगर ये सेंटेंस ना सुनो तो आप ऐसा काहे बोलोगे, बता देना. आप तो हमेशा बोलोगे I live alone. आप हमेशा क्या बोलोगे? Which is okay, but एक भाषा सीख रहे हो तो लेवल ऊपर ले जाने का मतलब क्या होता है? To have freedom, to flow, to have natural flow in the language. That's the purpose.
कहाँ जाना?
Okay. There is only me living right now, living at the moment here.
But some of the other guys in the band are using my flat to keep their
But some of the other guys in the band are using my flat to keep their
instruments in. So
instruments. Some of the other guys in the band are using my flat to keep their instruments.
They come in and out a lot.
They come in and out a lot. बहुत आते जाते रहते हैं. They come in and out. उसने भी कहा था, there are people coming in and out of the flat all day long. हम लोग हिंदी में आते जाते बोलते हैं, आते जाते रहते हैं, लोग आते जाते. वहां जाना तो आया ही नहीं इंग्लिश में. गौर करो, जाना आया नहीं. Coming in and out, coming and going हम लोग बोलते हैं, जो कि मैंने कहा था आपको कि when a Hindi speaker speaks English, okay, his Hindi, whether he likes it or not, will definitely influence his English. Only when you have lived in an English-speaking country, your English will become free of your mother tongue influence. And that too, if you want to make it free. There are people who have lived in England for 10 years, 20 years, and still when they speak English, there is a lot of influence of their mother tongue on their English. Because they did not want to free it from their mother tongue influence. For that, you have to submerge yourself in the English environment, away from people who speak your language. There are lots of Punjabis who lived in Canada for 20 years and still do not speak very good English. They did not want to learn to speak very good English. Or maybe they had that desire just the same way as you desire to have a candlelight dinner with an actress, your favorite actress. You do nothing about it. You just have this fantasy. So maybe that I know that because I have been in touch with them. I've taught some of the people. So I know there are people in Canada. They are from India, Punjabi people. They have lived there for 20 years and still do not speak English. They never care to speak. They have always surrounded themselves with people from Punjab. Why would they need English? So language is learned when you are motivated to learn a language. Anyways, there are people coming in and out, she had said, and he's saying they come in and out a lot. They come in and out, बहुत आते जाते रहते हैं.
I've got a lovely girlfriend. Other guys in the band are using my flat to keep their instruments in, so they come in and out a lot.
So they come in and out a lot.
I've got a lovely girlfriend.
I've got a lovely girlfriend. Possession.
She's the singer in the band.
She's the singer in the band. She's the singer in the band. All right, interesting.
She lives on the other side of town.
She lives on the other side of the town. And now what happens if she lives on the other side of the town, then whenever she visits, maybe she stays for a night or a day. And that's why she says, Mrs. Crumble says, she's living with him.
But she comes here a lot, obviously.
But she comes here a lot, obviously. And kahe nahi, obviously. She's the girlfriend. She's the singer in the band. They practice together. And she's the girlfriend as well. Obviously. Obviously means no need to explain why. Obviously means no need to explain why. Obviously.
I know I make quite a bit of noise.
I know I make quite a bit of noise. I know I make quite a bit of noise.
Practicing my saxophone.
Practicing my saxophone. I know I make quite a bit of noise practicing my saxophone. पता है कि हम थोड़ा हल्ला उल्ला हो जाता है जब हम practice करते हैं तो थोड़ा noise वाइज हो जाता है हमको पता है क्या कर सकते हैं.
And I'm giving saxophone lessons here at the moment.
And I'm giving saxophone lessons here at the moment.
To make some more money.
To make some more money.
I'm sorry, but what can I do?
I'm sorry, but what can I do? ठीक है, लेकिन कर क्या सकते हैं? कर क्या सकते हैं? गलत कर रहे हैं नहीं बोला उसने. गलत नहीं कर, वो आपका लॉजिक है, गलत कर रहे हैं लेकिन करेंगे. Okay. He's just, he's just putting me there. He's dragging me, Okay, no, I'm not gonna get dragged. I'm not gonna get dragged, okay?
You can't play the saxophone very quiet.
देखो जब लाइफ में कुछ चीजें हो रही हो ना तो कम समझना चाहिए क्या सही है क्या
ना
गलत.
छोड़ो ना नहीं.
सॉरी जाफरी, किसको नहीं छोड़ेंगे? जाफरी?
Sir,
Oh, हाँ.
how it is look?
They look amazing. but they are women's clothes.
Yes, sir. I know.
So what's the point, Zafri?
I think he is going to give this.
Nothing, sir.
Why don't you
I
take the girl?
bought it for my mother, sir.
So, there are a lot of girls in the class: Simran, Tani, Imrana, Nandini, Rukaiya. Ask them for their opinion. Ask them
I have
for
also four sisters, sir.
मांगे उनसे opinion, हाँ?
I have also four sisters.
Yeah, right. So why did you ask me for my opinion about those clothes? Huh? I don't wear salwar sameej, do I?
Sir, he just making some excuses, but he is buying for future
Kurta
wife.
salwar.
Are you shopping for your future
No,
wife?
Ravi. No.
I send her photo, sir.
That girl is too much of a problem, as a wife. Trust me. She's too beautiful to be your wife.
And find a new one, sir. I have another
Yep.
picture.
Yeah. Like Zafri said, her heart should be beautiful.
And sir,
Okay.
if you want to see her, so I will send it.
I think Ravi is more interested.
Ravi, have you started a marriage bureau?
Sir, I send it
It's
a picture. Please wait.
it's a great business idea. Yeah, it's a great business idea. I should open it. If I had kept all the
Hello.
boys and girls records, I could have easily started a marriage bureau with so much data.
Ravi,
Yeah.
first you see my personality, then you find a girl.
Yeah. Then I send a photo. Wait a second.
So today I met Zafri.
Yeah.
Did you
See
guys
in a
go for
group.
the litchi choka together?
No,
See in a group.
for a tea.
Okay.
And he tell me what he wants.
Told
So
me
he told me what he wants.
what he wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jaffrey, you need to see in a group.
Mm.
Sir, what will
Another
you do?
photo. Another photo, guys. Another photo. Now I saw that photo. She was really beautiful. Zafi, you're looking handsome and dashing. Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
Yeah.
Guys, does he not look like Nawazuddin Siddiqui? Tell me. Yeah. सब वापस आ जाएगा छू के क्या था वो? Yeah. मौत को छू के सब वापस आ
से वापस आ
जाएगा.
जाएगा.
Yeah.
सबका बदला लेगा रे तेरा फैजल. बाप का भाई का दादा का सबका लेगा.
My goodness, I saw a movie recently of Nawazuddin Siddiqui, starring Nawazuddin Siddiqui, and it was so dark. I think the movie is called Babu Mushai.
Sarfaroz, sir.
Sarfaroz, Babu Mushai,
Amir
Sarfaroz,
Khan.
something like that. No. I'm talking about Babu Mushai, something. It's on YouTube. It's an adult film. There are
Babu
some
Mushai.
scenes that are a little too.
Latif, sir. Latif.
But no, the topic, the theme. Oh my goodness.
He's a
Very
gangster, I
dark
think.
movie. Yes, he's a killer. He's a contact killer in that
But,
movie.
Yeah, I
sir,
saw
it is
that
a
movie, sir.
series, not a movie.
भाई रवि अब वो तेरा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दे देगा तो मेरे को मत बोलना भाई. ओके सर, मेरा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दे दिया वो. ओके, प्लीज डोंट डू दिस. You should not have done that, Ravi. This is not done. Oh, come on, Ravi.
फ्री में काम
भाई,
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में देना पड़ेगा.
रवि का भी फोटो अवेलेबल है ऑनलाइन. टेंशन मत लो. ओके.
Yeah, you need to give it.
Yeah. Okay.
But sir, he's
It's really funny. Both the photos and the way he has edited them. Which app did you use, Ravi? Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Okay. Nice. I've never done this with photos. I've done in live, done some fun things, with my family, children, wife, but not with photos. I have my photo as a girl, with my daughter. I'm looking like a girl in that photo too. Mm. Okay, okay. So we have reached nearly the end of this second audio too. Let's continue.
You can't play the saxophone very quietly.
You can't play the saxophone very quietly. Whether he says I or whether he says you, does it make a difference? Even if he says you can't play the saxophone very quietly, what does he mean? You means we, anybody. Anybody who plays the saxophone cannot play it very quietly.
I know Mrs. Crumble watches me all the time.
I know Mrs. Crumble watches me all the time. I know that.
It's sad, really.
It's sad, really. It's sad, really. It's sad. It's sad that she watches me. Of course, if a person doesn't have anything better to do, only then they will watch somebody else, what they're doing all the time. If you are busy with your life, why would you care? So most people who indulge in gossip about others are unhappy people in their lives, whether they accept it or not. Tell me, if you have fun things to do, why would you waste your time talking about somebody else? Especially things which are not so nice to say. Maybe you hate that person, or maybe you just do not have anything else to do, anything better to do. These days, I find it very hard to do so many things because I've got this new hobby of carpentry, and it's my first time that I'm holding these instruments. It's very hard, I make so many mistakes and I correct them, and making very slow progress. But yeah, I'm going forward, and within a day or two, I will be able to show you guys some nice photos, okay, of my TV unit, almost ready.
Sir, what will you do? A teacher job, a carpenter job, a marriage bureau, a musician.
Don't forget a restaurant.
Because he is a
And restaurant too.
multitasking man.
What else?
You are a multitasking person.
Multitasking person. Now, I want to be honest here. This carpentry I needed for the mental peace. See, I do it and it gives me so much of peace. I've always loved doing something on my own. When I was younger, I did drawing actually. I spent hours and hours doing drawing. I've always been a very, a person who enjoys his own company, okay? But then for last some years, let's say 10, 15 years, I changed as a person. I'm going back to my old self, where I love my own company and I just spend time with myself. After teaching you guys, I'm telling you, I don't spend any time talking nowadays. Yeah, I go online and talk to people sometimes. But other than that, I don't really spend time talking much. I keep quiet and I do my work. And anybody makes me say something unnecessarily, I get annoyed. I don't like speaking. I enjoy speaking here because it's my job. I am contributing and I feel very happy about it. There are many ways to earn money, by the way. Right? But this way of earning money makes me feel happy because some people are benefiting from me, in a different way. Yeah.
She's got nothing else to do.
She doesn't have anything else to do.
I know Mrs. Crumble watches me all the time. It's sad, really. She's got nothing else to do.
She's got nothing else to do. It's sad, really. She's got nothing else to do.
और कुछ करने के लिए है ही नहीं.
Yes, she has got nothing else to do. I've got nothing else to eat.
Mrs. Crumble, what?
You went to your friend's house. I'm hungry, you said. He brought you roti sabji. And you said, kuch aur nahi khala hai. Haven't you got anything else to eat? Haven't you got anything else to eat?
Watches me all the time. It's sad, really. She's got nothing else to do. I'd like to get to know her and maybe...
I'd like to get to know her. I'd like to. I would like. I'd like means I would like. I would like to get to know her. I would like to get to know her. हम पसंद करेंगे उनको जानना, समझना, जानना. Get to know somebody. I would like to get to know you. when two people meet, they talk to each other. What are they doing? They're trying to get to know each other. They're trying to get to know each other. एक दूसरे को जानने की कोशिश कर रहे होते हैं. They're trying to get to know each other. He's saying, I would like to get to know her. I would like to get to know her. So you message somebody and the person says, why are you messaging me? I would like to get to know you better. तो उसने कहा, go get to know your mother better. उसके बाद तुमने ब्लॉक मार दिया उसको. फिर तुमने क्या किया उसको? ब्लॉक मार दिया. तुमने सोचा था कि भाई खूबसूरत है तो ढंग की होंगी, लेकिन उसने सीधे कहा go get to know your mother better. तो फिर तुमने कहा go bye bye block. Feeling very bad about the response. But some girls respond like this. I don't know why. They could politely say, no, I'm not interested. Yeah, maybe they have not been taught, or maybe they have learned that say no very strongly.
If you don't want to talk, why are you sending a message?
No, that's not a good point. That's not a good point. If you have sent a message, the person has all the right to respond to it the way he or she wants. No, come on, Adnan. You are being here a little bit biased for yourself. You are being biased for yourself here. If you message someone, now the ball is in the other person's court. It is up to them how they respond it. Whether they abuse you in return or they talk to you nicely, it is up to them, okay? You can't complain about it.
Why you messaging?
Exactly. Okay. So when Adnan said what? I would like to get to know you a bit better. Then she said, go get to know your sister better. Why are you messaging me? Don't ever message me. Then he's got a gun and say, I'm coming to your house.
He offered to help if she needs.
Okay, by the way, we are saying all these things as jokes, and we're all sophisticated people, and we are the 21st century people. We understand how to deal with the strangers, and especially in particular girls, right? We do not react stupidly. That shows poor taste and poor upbringing as well. We are not like that, right? We do not, मेरा भी बना दिया इसने. Oh my, Ravi, तेरे को माफ नहीं करूंगा मैं. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, he has sent it to me personally. I am beautiful, no doubt. ये देखो भाई, एक बार दूल्हा बन के शादी करी, अब दुल्हन बन के करेंगे. Look at this. I mean, 40-50 साल के बुढ़े तुरंत शादी करने के तैयार हो जाएंगे मेरे से. देखो, look at my face, look at my nose, look at my lips, look at my teeth. Come on. भाई, अगर मैं लाइन में रहूं तो यहाँ जितने क्लास में लड़कियां, इनका नंबर बाद में आएगा मेरे. Guys will go first. Guys will go for me first. I'm pretty sure. Zafri, तुम मत देखना भाई. He's kind of desperate. I don't want him. No, not you. Okay. Okay, let's see. We were
was I looking Vinay sir or Katrina Kaif?
But Saurabh.
Yes.
But I think I look like an Indian actress, maybe more like Juhi Chawla type. No? Madhuri Dixit type. Okay. No, I really like that, editing. Yeah.
Rekha like, sir.
Bhai, cover my hair with some fake hair, okay? Give me some fake hair, female hair, okay? So that I can show that photo to my wife, okay?
Sir, you look like Rekha.
Nah.
Rekha.
You guys
Sir,
are not getting me in the right category.
You are in nearly 50, so how can
I am?
you are nearly 50?
You are in
So what?
50s.
So
So
your
not
hair
in my
is white.
50s. Be a little bit truthful about my age at least. I'm in my 40s. He's adding 10 years.
You have only 10 years,
If
sir.
I look like this, then I will be very happy. Okay. In my 50s,
You
if I
have
look
only
like this, I'll be very happy.
You have only 10 years.
Why are you
Don't say
lying,
that.
sir?
I plan to live for at least 20 more, okay? I
Sir,
plan to live
आधा
for
तो
at least
सोकर
20
कट
more.
जाएगा.
Jaffrey, please
Sir,
see
आधा तो
funny.
सोकर कट जाएगा.
No, Zafri, I'm sleeping only 6 hours. So one fourth maybe, okay? Out of 24 hours, I'm sleeping only 6 hours. So not half. 6 hours. One fourth. 5
13
years
years.
maybe. 5 years, yeah. I hope so. I hope so. I want to live long. I want to live long and I want to teach your grandchildren.
I want, sir.
You have to go fast. Your children will also have to go fast. Okay.
Japanese
Let's
children.
continue. Let's continue.
But she's so suspicious of young people.
But she's so suspicious of young people. She's suspicious of young people. She doesn't trust young people. She's suspicious of young people. Some men are suspicious of women, and some women are suspicious of men. They have a negative opinion. Men are bad, or men feel that women are bad, suspicious of somebody, not having enough trust. Okay. A lot of students are very suspicious of spoken English teachers. They think these teachers are not really good teachers of English. They don't know much English. And I know why they think so, because most teachers are young and not so knowledgeable, and they start teaching spoken English. Because in grammar, students can ask any questions, about grammar. It's difficult.
People. I'm sure she thinks we're all lazy and sit around taking drugs.
I'm sure she thinks we are all lazy. I'm sure she thinks we are all lazy and sit around taking drugs. I'm sure she thinks we are all lazy and sit around taking drugs.
I work really hard.
But I work really hard. So I didn't think you guys found it particularly difficult at all, the audio, right? Did you find many problems there at all? I don't think so.
No, sir.
Very
No, sir.
good. But keep listening, guys. Keep listening, okay? The audio file, we have finished here in the class, but you guys continue listening, okay? And I'm glad that we managed to study, because if that guy's, Abhinav's client had come, I would have gone busy with talking to him. He had come here to ask me to talk to his client, because the client was from England. So the communication was hard for him, potential client, or at least somebody who was pretending to be a client. He's actually a software developer, an app developer, and he got in touch with this person who said he was from the UK, England, okay? And they had some communication. They had some communication, and he offered to make apps for him, and he said he was interested. So there was a time for face-to-face communication. And Abhinav thought that it was going to be hard for him because his accent would be, British and all. So he thought it would be better if I talked on his behalf, No, he didn't turn up. We had a an appointment yesterday in the afternoon. He canceled that at the last moment, and then today at 7:30, and he canceled that as well. So Abhinav got irritated and said to him, "I don't want to work with you. You did not value your appointments," and that's right. I think that's fair. It's not that Abhinav was needy. It's not that Abhinav was desperate. I mean, if he develops apps, if he needs clients also need people, engineers, right? Okay. Guys, what are we gonna do next? Role play, everybody.
Who is not our classmate? Abhinav.
Yes, Ravi. Yes, the same Abhinav. In the morning class, remember?
I remember him, but I forget.
Yeah, I think Simran, you know him too. You guys were in the same class. Remember his last communication with me? He left a message in the group. When he left a message. It was about that video I had posted, maybe criticizing a teacher. And his comment was kind of defending the teacher, and after that, we never had the chance to talk. Of course, I was not very happy about it, because look, it's not always right to be politically correct. I keep saying that. Sometimes you have to stick your neck out and say what the truth is, no matter how unpleasant it sounds. Okay, you have to say what
Sir,
needs to be said.
he's a web developer or he's a app developer?
I don't know the difference, honestly, Ravi.
The both are same.
No, both are different, Jafri.
I mean, I can understand from the name itself, app developer will develop an app, web developers will design websites maybe. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But he said that he would make apps for people, you know. And yeah, this is where your
App
brother has
designer.
an advantage, Ravi. This is where your brother has an advantage. He can communicate in English freely. So when a client is from Germany or France or somewhere, your brother doesn't have a problem talking to them, right? So
Yeah.
this is why speaking English is a very big asset.
And sir, the second thing, when he is in a meeting and I'm sitting next to him, so I can understand easily his accent.
You mean whose accent? Your client's accent
Client's
or your
accent. My
accent?
client's accent.
Accent. Double C,
Accent.
accent. Not accent, okay? Accent. Yeah. Good for you, Ravi. You know, I know how this long course can help people transform their communication skill in English if they are sincere about it, because it's a
Because
long-term course.
early days I have one client. She's from Los Angeles and her brand name is Billo Binaka, and she speak I think British language, British accent.
Canadians speak British English, but they have their own accent, okay? Canadian accent. But British English they speak, okay? Even they conduct IELTS for entry into Canada. If
And
you want to,
one day she came in India in a Hayat, and she was inviting me, but I didn't go.
you should have, man. Never miss the chance like this to make network, right? Some people are stupid. They don't really understand the
But
value
I
of it.
went second time.
One of
When
those
she
cases.
invite second
I
time,
have
and
wasted a lot of opportunities of building network, but now, you know, I'm a late bloomer. I realize these things late. So I say this to my children and to you all, okay? Never miss the chance to build your network. Network is everything, man. Unless you want to be a high court judge or Supreme Court judge, then maybe network is not an asset.
network
It is
and
a
data,
problem, liability.
network and data, we make
You're getting
powerful.
Okay, guys, we have to wrap up now. And homework for tomorrow, Monday. Remember, you guys are going to listen to both the audio files again and again, because on Monday I'll ask you to play one of the two characters. I could ask you to be either Mrs. Crummel or Alfie, and you will be paired with another person in the group, and you guys will have a final interaction. You know, eventually they talk to each other and how the conversation goes. You guys have to do it. Got it? So, no tape script. You have to have your own conversation like this. Hey, Mrs. Crumble, Mrs. Crumble. Hello, Mrs. Crumble. Alfie. Hello, Alfie. Like this. Okay. And then, so Mrs. Crumble, how are you today? I'm doing good. How are you? You decided to say hello to me today? You normally ignore me. I don't ignore you, ma'am. I always say hello to you, but you don't respond. Oh, perhaps because, I've got some hearing problems, you see. Okay, so how was your day? Oh, you're doing good. I'm just watering these plants. आपको imagine करना है क्या हो रहा है उन दोनों के बीच में. Okay, guys? So use your
Sir, what's your
imagination.
tomorrow plan?
Tomorrow, Zafri, I'm gonna finish the TV unit that I'm building. And if I find time and you invite me to play cricket, I will come. If I find time. But I wanna finish the TV unit for sure because it has been going on for such a long time.
If the
When are you
ground is
gonna
good
play?
condition, then I call you.
When the ground is in good condition because it's been raining. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a nice weekend, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir. Bye,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye. Bye-bye.